2 steaks today. Yeah. I'm gonna knock my steaks down.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tamika. Hello gorgeous. All right, so we're going to get into my second week on the 5 milligrams on Zepbound update. But before we do, I want to go over some tips with you because I've been getting like quite a few comments, especially off of my old videos back from last year when I was on Wegovy. There has been some struggling going on about, you're not seeing change or you're not seeing any difference on the scale. You're eating right, but you're still not seeing a difference with your weight loss. So there's like a whole lot of comparison going on. So I just want to share some of my tips. So hopefully that can help you out as to why you're not seeing change on the scale on the semaglutide, which is the Wegovy and Ozempic, or the tirzepatide, which is Mounjaro or Zepbound. All right, so this is for all of those. This is covering for every weight loss injection out there, and I believe there's a compound version which is called semaglutide. I think I'm not sure. It's a whole lot out there, right? All right, so the first tip can be the reason why you're not seeing change on the weight loss injections is that you are eating too much. You are still eating the same amount of calories that you were eating prior. Now, this is, mainly for those who are just starting off within the first month or two. It does take time for your body to get adjusted to these weight loss injections. So, when you are on the injections, especially your first month, make sure you are tracking your calories so that way you'll know exactly how many calories you are eating, and then eat in a calorie deficit, because in order to lose weight you're going to have to eat in a calorie deficit. The reason why tracking would be important in this phase, especially in the beginning phase, is because like I said earlier, your body is taking time to the injections is taking time to get into your body. It's going to take about 4 weeks just to get the first milligram into your system. And then the second month, then you're able to try trade up. Now, if you are on the semaglutide, you do start off on a low dosage compared to those that are on ter, tirzepatide. Why did I have a struggle? Because I was about to say Zepbound. All right, so if you are on the semaglutide, you will start off on a lower dosage, which I believe is 0.25, and the highest is 2.5. If you are on tirzepatide, which is the Zepbound and Mounjaro, your highest dosage, your lower dosage is 2.5 milligrams, and the highest, I believe, is around 12. Don't quote me. I have other videos that I have that will tell you exactly what the highest dosage is. But honey, you start off high on the tirzepatide, okay? Now, when I was on Wegovy, it felt like nothing was working. So I kind of understand exactly the pain that people are going through when they leave those comments that they're not seeing change. You need to give your body time to adjust to the medications. Flat out, there's no other way around it, okay? Your body's used to eating in a higher calorie deficit, and it's going to take time for your body to start adjusting. All right, so second tip is you're not eating enough protein. You need to be eating high protein on this diet. So regardless if you are not even a diet, when you're on the weight loss injections, it works very similar to anybody who wants to naturally lose weight. What do they tell you? Eat in a calorie deficit, eat more protein. You need to have it. First thing in the morning, have a protein shake. For breakfast, go ahead and have a hearty protein meal. For lunch, protein. Snacks, protein. Dinner, protein. And then the third tip would be is that you need to start incorporating some fiber, because maybe you're not eating enough fiber with all of that protein. All right, so say you are eating your protein, you're not eating enough fiber, that means you are blocked up. When you are on these medications, you will be locked up, okay? Your tootie tootie needs to release all of that. So, in order to release all of that, you need to incorporate some fiber to help get everything moving, okay? You want it to move through your system, all right? Doing all of that, and you're still not seeing any change on the scale, you're not seeing any change with your appetite, The fourth thing would be is your expectations are too high. You went into this thinking, okay, I'm going to drop a whole lot of weight. I see everybody else's success story. They drop, 10 pounds the first month, but your success story is not theirs, okay? Their journey is different from yours. Everybody starts off different because everybody doesn't start off with the same number of the BMI. You don't start off with the same number on the scale, okay? Again, everything takes time. Do not go into this thinking that you're going to drop a whole lot of weight. That was my downfall last year when I was on Wegovy. I expected to drop a whole lot of weight and I didn't. Within 4 months, I lost 20 pounds. Here I am on Zepbound and I have lost, without me giving this week's update. So my first month on Zepbound, I lost, I think it was 4 or 5 pounds, and then I lost about 4 inches. So I didn't even lose a whole lot of weight, but I had to remind myself that I didn't come in with a higher BMI compared to when I first got on the weight loss injections last year. All right. So just keep that in mind. And the Zepbound, I am on the weight loss and weight management, not the one that's for diabetes. Diabetes, okay? That when it comes down to tracking, you might want to try the Lose It app. Lose It app, you only pay one time a year. I think that's around $18, $19. It works the same as all the other tracking apps out there. So just use that and you can actually track your Apple Watch to get your steps. Make sure that you're incorporating some exercise to help get your body moving. And just keep in mind that, again, your body takes time. And then as you titrate up to the next milligram, your body is going to start feeling a difference. You're going to notice that your appetite is getting smaller. You're not feeling as hungry as often. So it takes time, but trust me, your body is going to get there. You just got to give it some time. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into my weight loss update as far as my second week on 5 milligrams of Zepbound. So remember last week I said I didn't lose any weight and I was on my menstrual cycle. Well, your girl ended up losing some weight because I did have some water weight gain last year. Last year. I had some water gain weight last week, okay? But that's fine. Your water weight disappears within a couple of days after your menstrual cycle. So I was able to lose 2 pounds of that plus 1 extra pound, which brought me down to 167.8. So that is my weight loss for this week. So because I noticed some changes within my body, I felt like my waist was kind of shrinking a little bit because when I did my measurements for my 1 month update, I didn't lose any inches, right? So I pulled out my handy dandy measuring tape here. You got to pull it out because when the scale ain't moving, them inches might be shrinking. So you need to pull this out. So I measured my waistline and I lost 2 inches. So one at my stomach, which is above 2 inches above your belly button, and then my lower portion of my stomach, I lost 1 inch. So that's 2 inches off of my waistline. So I knew that I had lost some inches from my waistline because I recently bought size 10s about a month or two ago, and now they're feeling loose around my waistline. So that right there was a big win for me. So even though I am in my second month, I only lost 1 pound, but I also lost 2 inches. So that's a woohoo to me. For the weekend was I went to Orlando. We took London out for her birthday. I thought that I was going to like overeat and just, when you on vacation, you have like this high adrenaline and it's like, okay, yep, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this. I'm going to get me some drinks. You have everything set in your brain. But baby, once I got to that table, and we ate at her favorite restaurant, which is Longhorn. She's driving me crazy with Longhorn, but we ate at Longhorn and I barely ate all of my food. I just ate when I was hungry, and then when I was full, I stopped eating. When we went to Chick-fil-A, I ordered off the kids' menu. And yes, I had a brownie, but I ordered off the kids' menu. Yes. And I was good to go. But I just want to share something else that can be encouraging to you because where keep in mind that, like, when you're on a weight loss journey in general, your first month, your first 30 days, you are going to start to notice the change. Then after that, going forward, if you are staying consistent and doing the right things, like I mentioned earlier, then your peers, your coworkers, your friends, your family will start to also notice your weight loss. So I had some compliments within the past 2 weeks, while being on the medication. She was like, "Oh my God, you're losing weight. How much weight you lost?" But I was too ashamed to even tell her how much weight I lost, because I was like, girl, at the time I was like, I only lost but like 3, 4 pounds. It's not a whole lot. But because she said, "You're losing weight. You're looking good. Keep it up." I said, "Thank you," and kept it moving. Earlier this week, somebody said, "Wow, you slimmed down a lot." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've had lost some weight. Yeah, I'm trying." And then as I started thinking about that, I was like, I slimmed down a lot. And I'm like, wow, this person really compared me from however long that they saw me before to now. And they're like, she really has slimmed down. So this person was not even looking at the scale, or 5 pound loss or 2 pound loss, 1 pound loss. This person saw that my body composition, my body physique looked slimmer. Okay. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind, is that people are looking, people are watching, and everybody doesn't know that you are on these weight loss medications unless you tell them. These two people don't even know what I am doing. All they know is that they're seeing change in me, and whatever it is that I'm doing, I am being consistent. You do what you need to do, grab some little tips from them, and then you incorporate it. And if you say, well, I'm doing everything that she's doing, okay, well, then now you need to just drink more water. Maybe now you need to just walk a little bit more. Maybe now you need to start lifting a little bit more weights. Okay. So start doing those little things. And then if you're doing all of that, stay consistent. Don't give up, because a lot of y'all are giving up too soon and want to throw in the towel. And it's not time to throw in the towel. It's time to keep going. If you want that summer body, baby, then you got to give up the goods, give up the snacks, give up all that sugar. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great weekend. Goodbye, gorgeous.